Just going for metres, and here's a foot race. Jessie Garner got out the back of Leah Kasler, has time to have a quick tumbling ball forward. Will this be the first goal of the game? And it just hits the post. The former Bendigo Thunder captain. Great part of the world, Bendigo. Good people from there, Shiloh. They go inside 50. Oh, beautiful set of hands out to a running Christina Bernardi. And there's the first goal for Collingwood. They've started on fire here. Emerging was Malloy, quickly to Benici. Mo Hope almost. Another good handball from Caitlin Edwards. This time, Jessie Garner, the target, has been playing in defence. Oh, a bit of show and go. Sold some candy, and they bought the shot, but it just went to the left-hand side. Ellie Anderson, and they wind up again. Darcy goes to the hot spot, almost the mark to Mo Hope. Off ground level, she's able to recover. Left foot snap, that's a goal. Collingwood up and about. What a start to the Pies. They lead by 14 points. Jessie Garner, the first 2 goals of the first 2 seasons in AFLW. Kasler punched into the back of her teammate. It came off a ricochet from the head. Caitlin Edwards. Here's going to be another goal to Christina Bernardi. And the Pies have absolutely stunned Brisbane early bells. They
tackle and was able to give the handball release to a loose player, and they were able to move the ball nice and quickly up forward. And what a great start for them. Just their work rate. They're working hard for each other and running in numbers, and they're keeping the ball ahead of Brisbane's congestion. Brisbane
deep into attack. They wanted to go wide. Stanton had snuck in unattended into the forward pocket. Beautiful, has a shot on goal. It's just fading last minute. What a grab, Sabrina Frederick-Traub. No fist came, and she was able to fly back with the flight and take a good grab. And that's why she's the #1 contested marker in the competition, Shiloh. So strong in the air.
I want to ask the question, who was leaving Stanton up against the boundary on her own like that? She had the whole pocket to herself.
They must have thought it was a fan who had jumped the fence and was just hanging out in the forward pocket. And Sabrina gets a much-needed one for the Lions. They peg the margin back to 14 points, but they've still got a long way to go in this first term.
So really terrific football to begin with. It's really fast, it's open, it's free-flowing.
McCarthy had a great year last year, was All-Australian. Oh, right into the back of Sophie Conway. Went Tara Morgan on a big hit from Britt Gibson on Melissa Kais. Really physical, this passage of play. Oh, and again, courage shown. Well, it'd be interesting to see what they call this. They've called it high, but Lambert actually went below the knees of Sophie Conway.
Yeah, look, it was a little bit of a late hit there from Conway. We might be able to see a replay, but she sort of came in late to the contest. Lambert had already committed to the ball and committed to the contesters.
And put them right up to centre half forward. Coming out crashing the pack was Mo Hope and taking a strong mark. She's up and about Mo. And a 50-metre penalty.
Wow.
For the first season and a half of AFLW, the structures that never seem to break down. As Mo Hope goes back and makes no mistake, they take that lead back out to 20 points.
And you sort of wonder now what might have been had they had that big, strong, tall body there across their half-back line a little bit earlier in the season, because Ash Brazel was really making an impact for us.
Doing a good job so far. It's a good battle. They go again to Sabrina. Oh, getting back with the flight. Dropping in the hole was Nat Exxon, that fierce mullet. Well, another really important moment for Brisbane. Nat Exxon on the runway. It's going to go all the way to the line. Does it get over, or does Sabrina take the mark? One way or the other. That I don't think anybody predicted, Shiloh, as Collingwood have turned it over into the path of Zilke. Not a great kick from their best ball user in Duffin. And can the captain stand up when needed? That's a great kick for the running Shannon Campbell, and she can go the distance here. She's a fantastic kick for the footy is Shannon Campbell. So Campbell on the runway. Kick looks good off the boot. Again, it just fades at the last moment. Oh, staying down was Exxon. She didn't get the first one, but she got it on the second crack, and she reduces the margin to 13.
Senior football at this level, and gee, she's just growing in her confidence and growing in her impact.
#2 at the club for tackles. Does a lot of the dirty work, and I think that's why Craig Starcevic loves her. Webb around the corner ball to Sabrina. Now Sabrina's in some space. She's got players streaming inside for her. One of those is Bella Eyre. Can she stop? Prop. She can. Oh, what a desperate smother on the last line. I think it was Morgan. Bella's able to recover. Gets it to Sabrina. Hurried kick. Bouncing ball across the face. That is some of the best defensive work you'll see from Tara Morgan. Conway, little dribbler. No.
For the Collingwood Pies, 30 seconds to go.
Visibility very, very poor out of the binoculars, I've got to tell you. Mo Hope hemmed in on the boundary. Oh, goes a little banana. Don't tell me this is going to dribble through. No, just to the left-hand side. Quick kick this time from Ariana Clark. Went straight to Tessa Riero. Last roll of the dice go. Oh, that is a fantastic grab in the wet from Jazzy Garner. 2 bites to the cherry.
Got the best hands of the competition, Sam, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to pop it on her head.
So to give them an 18-point lead at quarter time, she starts it out the right, and look at the win, take that. So just the one behind. Fantastic work from Millie Barton. She's in everything at the moment. Got it to Edwards. Reckon that's holding the ball. Great tackle. They'll take the advantage. Ellie Anderson streams inside forward 50. No mark taken by Ashmore. On the deck, Bella Eyre got it to Ashmore, able to get herself out of the tackle. Wushner, will it sit for her? Sprayed the kick off the left-hand side of the boot. And it's just the one behind. And again, Malloy and Slicer involved here. Good pressure from Ashmore, bundled over the line and immediately went to check if she's okay.
Slowed down through the middle of the ground as we saw that big bump there by Ashmore on Schleicher. She's gone straight away to make sure she was okay, but...
So can they conjure something up here, the Lions? Sabrina has to try and beat 3. Conway was front and centre in the right spot. Able to win it, doesn't give the handball, goes back into traffic. That was ambitious, risky handball, but it could pay off. Bella Eyre shot on goal, just phased to the left-hand side. And just showed real poise amongst the panic, did Sophie Conway there. Backed herself in traffic, Shiloh.
Well,
Darcy barrels through, Exxon good tackle. Darcy couldn't get their hands free. Should have got the free kick. Umpire kept the whistle away. Now they go inside again. Little chipping kick to Bernardi, and the umpire said it went the required. The crowd disagree. Shiloh, what do you reckon? In her first year, very, very promising player. One to watch. Bernardi, not a great kick off the boot. Little helicopter. Oh, you're not telling me, off the deck. Coming through, I think it was Stratton.
Well, certainly the Pies will struggle a little bit with it. She just whacks her head there on the ground, and she gets a big shove there from Caitlin Ashmore, who immediately sees that she's not done a great thing there. But look, Schleicher's looked very confused there. She's coming off the ground. Great call by the Pies to make sure she sits out, but they're going to struggle without that extra defender. Using the ball, finding teammates. Darcy goes up the line. Kasler crashes the pack. Beautifully roved at the ground level by Amelia Barden, and the handball from Christina Bernardi sets up Jazzy Gardner, who had a hand in a couple in the first quarter. Collingwood get the first of the third quarter, a player down. Players were able to move that ball nice and quickly. They kept their feet at the contest. They had a 1-on-3 against Emma King, for Emma King, in favour of Emma King, I should say. Bernardi gets herself free. Selfless handball there. Instead of kicking over her opponent, she gives a hand pass there to Jazzy Garner. Basel, I should say, done well. Sabrina Frederick-Traub had a running Gibson. Gibson goes inside forward 50. Oh, Ashmore just wrenched off it in mid-air. A free kick every day of the week against Cecilia McIntosh. So big kick coming up for the Lions. Ashmore on the runway now. It fades to the right-hand side from directly in front, and she will be kicking herself that she didn't kick that goal. Target, that's a great grab. She seems to be lifting a little bit, Sabrina. Involved, has a player far side, floating inside forward 50 is Sophie Conway, and takes a mark uncontested. 40 metres out. Well, that's really undisciplined football there by the Pies. They just really slow. They're really reactive to what was going on in the game. And the former state hockey player, and they need a goal from her. Again, this kick will go all the way to the line. Does it have the carry? No, it doesn't. Emma King doing the disciplined thing. Emma caresses the ball around the corner, if you don't mind. Nicely done to Bernardi. Bernardi's got a running no hope, who's about 10 metres in the clear. Sols every bit of candy that shop had and goes inside forward 50. Desperate stuff from Stanton, though. Sees it over the line. Fancies herself hemmed in on the boundary. This kick is going to go all the way to the line, and I think that's a goal. That is an incredible effort from the boundary, as the goal umpires confer. We don't have the score review, of course. That is a goal, and that is one of the best you'll see from a set shot. And all season, gets it to Stanton, who has been as well. Conway didn't realise how slippery the pill was. Stanton had to go back and get it. Gibson takes on the tackler, Barden, ill-advised, but she wins out on this occasion. They go forward, slapped down by Wushner. Oh, Ashmore stayed down, skidding ball across the face. And it'll end up being a free kick to Collingwood. Her kick fisted away from Webb by Lambert. Gibson fires out a handball in hope to Zilke. Zilke looks for a target, doesn't have one, has a flying shot on goal. Gee, that almost came back. Great effort from Zilke, but again, just the one behind. And the Lions now has Lambert inside. Did the do-si-do on Gibson. Oh, Amelia Barden wanted to take on Brittany Gibson like it was rugby league, like two forwards going at each other. And try and get the ball going inside 50 with some space. Here's that tackle again. Barden thought she might be able to sidestep her, got her free and got the kick into the lap of Sarah Darcy. Mo Hope snuck out the back.
Getting back was Kasler. What can Mo conjure up? She's got a running Brittany Benici. Fires unselfishly. Handball over the top. Bernardi's got 3. And it's a 27-point lead now to Collingwood. I think they might have wrapped this one up.
150 metres to be able to have those score involvements there. She had 2 elements of that passage of play. Really selfless, rather than just blaze away and throw the ball on the boot. She realised that Bernardi was, again, free in the gunner. Half in the forward line and half in the back line.
Randall comes out to meet the Darcy kick. Hunt left it behind. Barden didn't. Got it to Mo Hope. Mo was clean with the footy. Just wants to pump a big barrelling torpedo through for a goal. Mo Hope seals it with her 3rd. And Collingwood have made a massive statement here. Melbourne on percentage. Melbourne play Carlton tomorrow. We see Gibson try to go back inside, but Chloe Malloy, the number 2 intercept possession player in the competition. Wushner stayed down, though. Shot from her sums up Brisbane's day. Just have not been able to take advantage of their opportunities. Oz Campbell was closed down quickly, but got the kick away. A couple of times now, Conway's dropped the ball. Runs her measure now. Goes up the line, but guess who? Chloe Malloy.
No structure going inside 50. It's just bomb and hope.
They've really broken down across that forward line as we see Malloy turn it over on this occasion to Ashmore. Ashmore goes inside again. They can't find a target. Wushner comes out to meet it. Oh, that's a very clever kick from Wushner, and she gets a late consolation one for the Lions.
Percentage race. We talk about how important percentage is going to be for them next week.
So Jess Wushner, 2nd on the league goal-kicking table, has 8 for the season, gets the Lions 3rd to Ashmore. Ashmore again just sort of kicking in hope to the hot spot. McIntosh read it better. Over the back, Exxon swoops on a loose ball. Quick shot on goal from her, just the one behind. Stunning result and a stunning performance from Collingwood. That kick's going to go all the way to the line, and she makes no mistake, Kate Lutkins. 21 points she cuts the margin to, and a consolation goal for the Lions.
In what we might call junk time when the game's over and done with. The Lions really need to make sure that they can minimise scoreboard damage, and those couple of late goals could prove to be really valuable.
Against her, so she wheels around now. Bella Eyre, can she take a grab? No, she can't. At the back, Ashmore needs to kick the goal. That's important. Not in the course of this game, but it is for their percentage. They cut the margin to 13 points.
Drilled together, they've got tight team cohesion. You'll see that happen, and it's just taken the Pies both years, the first half of the season, to get their forward line right.
Well, there goes the siren. Cecilia McIntosh raises her hands. It's a fantastic win for the Collingwood Football Club. And what does this do now for the Brisbane Lions season?